Welcome. This is Barry Jones from the Angel School, and we're here for our weekly angel reading for January the 16th through the 22nd, 2017. So let's just take a moment to breathe, and as information is starting to come through, and I can see surrounding all of us together all of the angels and our God team that is in our source team that is surrounding us right now. And they want you to just relax and breathe, center yourself in your heart so that you can just be a channel for the vibrational communications that are interacting with you as you are being present with this reading. So they want you to really pay attention to the messages that occur to you throughout this entire reading. I want to begin by inviting you to also welcome the presence of Jesus, who has been coming through pretty much daily with me in the readings throughout the week, the daily card messages, as well as for these readings and in my own personal meditations as well. He was giving me a sense, if I can kind of remember what he was giving me indications of. He was giving me a sense, and he's sort of showing me right now that there are going to be some developments for you personally in terms of your own connection and your intuitive insights. Getting a deeper sense about this is that there's going to be a huge expansion. You're going to really see your guidance somehow manifest in some very wow, they're gonna manifest in these really tangible, really interesting ways, and these are not even the words that I'm feeling on a vibrational level. I can't find them just now, but you should be aware that there's going to be a tremendous amount. There's going to be a huge growth spurt for you. Okay, that I'm feeling and hearing very clearly. A huge growth spurt for you in terms of your connection, how you see the world, and in terms of discoveries about your internal abundance and the rewards that are within you, and the joy that creates this, and the joy that pays this out to you, every desire you have. You are a part of the word band, you're part of a team that you have. You don't work alone. You may be here, but you have a band with you that is here working with you in terms of the things that you seek to fulfill in your life. And that band of angels, if you want to call them, guides, all kinds of non-physical presences are on the same page with you. They have the same interest in what you are doing and just as much want to see you fulfill that. They are the ones helping you, giving you these signs that you keep getting, that you keep, it's like they wrote a nod. It's like they're giving you a nod in the right direction through these signs. It's like a guiding star, they're saying. They're trying to guide you. And they just want you to not let your suffering get in the way of you being able to follow through on your guidance. They want you to put that aside. Now, what Jesus was talking about is that in this week, because we're going through some major changes, and this is going to be a week where your vulnerabilities are going to really play out. A lot of drama is going to play out on the stage of life and political scenes. And this is not something that you need to worry about your safety. What it's yes, you're going to feel vulnerable, but it's this vulnerability. He was showing me like we're going to be climbing over the next 10 months out of like a trench, and it just looked like this wall, and and the path in front of us was on an incline up, and so the wall was steep, and it gets shorter as you will get to that to the surface. And so over the next 10 months, what you're going to experience is all of these. You're going to learn the situations that are occurring and putting you in these places where you just really feel sort of exposed. But what that's going to do is help you to find so much clarity that right now, this time, it's going to be different. And they even wrote the United States. So this is going to help with some beliefs um, that we've been um, processing. Somehow all this is going to come to a head. They're giving me a sense that this is not just going to happen for our country, but for the rest of the world as well. It's just going to really, it's going to be hard times, but it's just going to be so rewarding as you discover individually who you truly are. You're going to stand up. You're going to find where you stand truthfully and in terms of who you really are. So all this contrast, as much as you want to resist it, the resistance and how it makes you feel and how it makes you feel exposed or vulnerable, it's going to awaken you so that you finally stand in your power. And it's going to be that incline, meaning it's going to be a steady progression. It's not going to be all at once, but it's going to happen gradually because this is a huge shift, and it's not something that we can just, get over or shift into immediately. It's something that, because there are these beliefs and things that we've been holding on to, we've been working with them, and they've built into the fabric of our perception, perspective, understanding, and all this contrast is going to cause you to seek your clarity, to see your clarity, to they write it holy, so to see your holiness in your life. And so this is going to be an important lifetime. They're writing out lifetime for you, and going to be one of the most rewarding lifetimes for you as you are just opening up and have the potential, and it's up to you, to live in the most authentic or truth-filled stance in your life, for lack of better words there. So let me just see if there's any additional messages here. And I feel like Jesus wants you to understand that in this week he wants you to really take a lot of self-care, okay? So, what he's showing me is that even though you feel vulnerable or highly sensitive, or all these emotions are bombarding you, this is information. This is part of your intuitive awareness. So you want to really pay attention to how you feel. You want to be present with how you feel. What you want to do is notice how all the contrasts, all the things around you, look at them. The things you don't like, and if they make things that make you feel vulnerable, take a moment to help yourself to realize what it is that you want, as opposed to what you're seeing. Even if you can't, like in this moment, it's not for you to figure out what to do about it unless you get real clear, strong impulse about that. But right now, it's about just recognizing the relationship between what is happening and how it's helping you define who you want to be or who you truly are. And just in that moment, just acknowledging that, you know, you're seeing this, and this is telling you what you really want. And so instead of like complaining about what's going on, complain in a positive way. Like as if to say, well, this stuff is causing me to know that I want this, instead. And make that more of a conversation. Yeah, this is helping me to understand that this is what I want. Yeah, I don't like that, but this is helping me to understand this. And as you give the attention and praise and the appreciation in this discovery of what you do want, you amplify those intentions, making and all the gravity that we're writing this out, the law of attraction, all the gravity, all the momentum will shift towards your discovery of what you do want. And it will become like a fun game that will augment this reality instead of the one you're experiencing. And the, the appreciation game or the discovery game will also help you to move lots more energy that has been sort of blocked, not because it's been withheld, but because you're not giving attention toward it. And that could be around things in your body too. What's going on in your body? Don't analyze it like to complain or to bring up old stuff and go through those feelings again. It's like open up the drawer and then you just take a dive in there. No, like what is this? What is your body being in this situation? What is it helping you to realize? What is it helping you to appreciate that you maybe didn't appreciate before? Or what is it helping you to recognize that you should be doing, not in a way of blaming yourself, but or what you could do better for yourself, or what it is that you need right now? Maybe you just need rest. Maybe you need to slow down, and the body is just helping you. Just see it as this positive complaining, because I know it's hard for us to stop complaining. But at least the positive complaining has more integrity, because at least you're talking about your truth instead of talking about what is not your truth. Okay? And then digging the holes deeper that you can't seem to find your way out. But this year you're going to come out of that trench. It's a steady incline, but you, by applying these ideas, you'll find yourself coming out of it. They're right in partnerships. You're going to also find people who are going to be very helpful coming your way, that are going to be put on your path and you on theirs. And they wrote out charities. So I don't know if you get involved in a charity will also be something that will shift your perspective around and put you in this place of where your heart's open, so that your heart's now open to also receive. So just pay attention to how you're guided, and try to get away from only recognizing what's going wrong, but let what's going wrong indicate to you how you would like things to be for yourself, and just have fun with that. There's a word they're writing out. I can't quite see it. Animated. It feels like animated. So this could be a time for you where things are going to seem really more live or real in some ways. It's just that you have to decide what of this realness feels good to you and what doesn't. And if it doesn't feel good, shift it to what does, and really boost that with your attention. All right, let's take a look at the theme card for the week from the Archangel Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. Wonderful. And this is perfect. Archangel Raziel, take back your power. It says, use your God-given power and intention to manifest blessings in your life. And so what we were just talking about is a tool that, which Archangel Raziel is sort of emphasizing here, that can help you to take your power back. Because you don't give your power, well, you can't really give your power away. But this taking it back is sort of talking to that ego aspect of us. But the thing is that you want to put yourself in situations where you're empowered. Learn to enjoy that feeling. And when you don't feel that way, learn to enjoy the feeling of when you are in your power, when you feel good. And let that weigh how you weigh your decisions about what you choose to spend time focusing upon. So, it's a way of being responsible about your alignment. So don't let yourself, when you don't feel good, don't let it just take you over. Now, of course, once it's already gone, it's going to be difficult to get out of it, and we're not. But with practice, make this an intention to notice how you feel, to notice if something feels good to you, and note that that's when you're in your power. That's when you have all possibilities are open to you. All forms of information flow through you. All your dreams are possible to be realized in that moment, or a connection to that next step is possible to come through. So know that what you're doing is a negative experiences is just a warning that you're could potentially trade all of that goodness for this nothingness, because it's just going to make it seem like you're delayed or you're sort of outside of where you want to be. Okay, so let me just tune in and just see if there are any additional information coming from him about this. Okay, so I just get this sense that it's going to be, there's a lot of healing energy, healing love out that's available to you, that's going to be right underneath you. He's showing me like it's just like a blanket covering everything, every path that you could choose to follow. And I feel like I'm in this forest where it's heavily wooded, and you just see like this white light covering the entire floor of the earth. And so the thing is that I'm noticing that paths open up. And so although it may look like that there's no path there because the trees just seem to be everywhere, but the thing is that some of them are very thin, and then some of them are, the trunks are thicker. So this means that where there is the larger the tree is, that's a connection, a place of alignment for you. So notice where things have a sense of alignment, meaning that where you feel a lot of connection with it, versus where you feel very little connection or inspiration or intrigue. So just don't let yourself go into those places. As you follow the places where you feel that expansion, a path opens up for you that you can clearly walk through. It becomes clearer and clearer and clearer. So the thing is, the less that you're choosing what you're aligned with, it just seems like you're just kind of like surrounded without any way, okay, literally. But when you find that connection, when you always, work to, aim to cultivate deep connections, expansion, passion, things that incorporate your passions, ways open up. So if you can't figure out which way to go, then work on cultivating your passions. Work on cultivating what you love, or focusing on things that make you happy or put you in that good feeling place, because that's when the path opens up. Path doesn't open up because you are asking for it to simply open up. You have work to do, not as in hard work, but this is fun work, because getting into alignment means you have to find that good feeling place. So this is not hard work, this is good work, for you to learn to cultivate. Okay? All right, let's take a look at the card for the beginning of the week. And we have the Knight of Raziel. This came up, I think, on the daily card messages in the middle of the week. And so this week starts off, this night, night's about, pursuing your mission. And as you can tell, they are always about one, okay? So this week is already starting off with the Knight of Cups, Raphael, about pursuing and being committed to something that you truly love. The card says committed romantic relationships, being swept off your feet, situations or topics that make your heart flutter. So this is really about, this could be about a romantic relationship, but what it really is about being in love with life and knowing when you're in love with life, meaning being involved in those activities, those things that just make your heart sing, you know? And so the beginning of the week is what they want you to do is to really focus on the things that you love doing. Um, I'm getting also that you may, as things unfold in the world and other things are still occurring that are unpleasant, you will discover your purpose, your role, where you have gifts and talents, and you'll discover where you may get some insights about where you can take those talents and begin pursuing a path, a career path, or some type of service for others, somewhere you can pick up the slack or help raise the vibration and help create more stability for the energy of love on the planet. Let me see what other information is coming through about this card. So they're writing out the letter four. They're writing out the number four in words. So I feel like there is like four things. They're writing trust, okay, the messages, and they're writing Raphael. It's about being healer and expand the wings. So, okay, trust what you get. Okay, trust your heart. Trust the information that comes through. Trust those messages. You're going to be getting some messages this week. So, first of all, trust. Then the messages coming through. This may also be for you, those of you who are healers, but with Raphael coming up, and either that you're a healer and you're going to be helping people with their suffering, or people be calling upon you in this week, or your own pain or some of the things you've been struggling with will heal. Okay, and the last one is about opening your wings, spreading your wings. So through these messages, through your own struggles, you are going to be able to take some steps to start expanding your wings. I think the feeling is that you're just not going to be afraid. You're not going to hold back any longer. You're going to get out there, okay? Which is sort of what the knight is doing. He's taking he's taking his mission, and he's out there running out there. And the interesting thing about this card is that he has the tide that's coming in and out underneath their feet that could be pulling him in either direction, but he's focused. Okay, and he's not worried about the emotional sort of, well, I want to say imbalance, but also it's just a cycle of life. There's this up and down that we go through. But when you focus on what you love, you cut a clear path across that. And what you end up doing is you use it to motivate you. Okay, so don't get stuck in your emotions. Use them to motivate you, is what the Knight of Raphael is really indicating here. All right, take a look at the card for the middle of the week. And I think we may have had this card come up last week. But here we have the Nine of Raphael. So this is about, wishes coming true. You can see here that Radley Valentine is like a genie here. So this is about making a wish, a sense of fulfillment, or feeling, or connecting with your desires through that emotion. So what's going to happen is that you're going to have an emotional experience of your dreams. Like something is just going to either happen, or your dreams literally happen, and you just really feel the impact of it, or you start to get a sense of your dreams opening, an awareness. You can feel them coming, and they want you to trust that, okay, and to keep moving in that direction. So it feels like in this week you're gonna get this strong sense of where you're going. You're going to be able to almost touch it, but you're going to really feel that it's coming. And you're going to maybe even get a sense of the way that it's coming. Okay, so again, they're writing out the word animated. It's just going to be this real intense feeling. It's going to feel so real to you. And they want you to know that that's real. And they're showing me how, like, they got, like, the fairies are showing me wood pieces that they're carrying as if they got the construction, like, parts that they're moving. And so that they want you to know that that's a sign that the things that you need for what you're trying to put together, they're moving it for you. But you're going to get, they're writing out the word, you're going to get an epiphany about this. Okay? And once you're in that, when that epiphany hits you, they're able to dispatch. They write this word out because once you get on board with it, vibrationally, emotionally, then that just opens up for them all kinds of things. They're saying it gives them the ability to do everything that you're wanting. So stay in this place. Don't let anything in this week, negative things, take you out of that spot. Claim your power. Stay in your power by emphasizing it. Okay? Again, when something negative happens or you find yourself wanting to complain about something, play the game. Well, what is this helping me to decide that what is this helping me to get clear about what I want, about the gifts that I want. And they want you to think of this as like almost like, think of it as like they're showing me a Christmas tree. So it's like, making Christmas wishes from out of taking from the negative in life and turn it into a Christmas wish list, if you will. All right, let's take a look at the last card for the weekend, and this is the Four of Ariel. Okay, and this card says, when you give, you also receive. Being resistant to change. Extreme in how you save or spend. Extremes in how you save or spend money. So this is the time now that as you feel this momentum, don't hold back. Okay, don't resist it. Don't get caught up in focusing on things. And that could be, like, you could say, well, I'm not resistant to change. I've been praying for it, just hasn't happened. But when you get into a space where you start doubting that, you are resisting it. And you may say, but I got plenty of reasons because this happened. But the thing is that the more you talk about those reasons, the deeper the feeling becomes. And then the feeling becomes your new point of attraction. And all of that momentum will start to circulate around that like a planet with its own satellites in orbit. And you don't want to give that. You don't want to be orbiting around that negative sphere. Shift it. So don't. I get a feeling like this is more about, not about physical things like money or things. I get a feeling like that for the weekend, and this would be like the 20th through the 21st, 22nd, that you may allow some negative circumstances to kind of like shift you from orbiting around all this positive energy that unfolds for you at the beginning of the week, and you start orbiting around the planet of, I hate this, or this really sucks, this is so unfair, has everybody lost their mind? Has the world gone crazy? That kind of stuff. And Archangel Raziel is saying that is not healing, nor is it helpful for your belief system, because all of that is beliefs that you don't need to emphasize. These are beliefs you don't need to emphasize. And he wrote the word transparency. So he's like, I get a sense like you can see through this stuff. You see the play. You see, a lot of you get the play that's playing out in our political scenes right now in our world. You some of you have a very clear sense of who's telling the truth and who's not, and you can see the illusions that people are creating for themselves. But don't let your ego get really big on pointing them out. because you have the gift of seeing those things, you can kind of get, your ego can kind of slip in there and make you just talk about these things because you can. And in essence, you started to circulate around that negative planet of energy. And so, what you need to do is take that gift of being able to see through illusions and start to channel the possibilities, start to channel the opportunities and talk about that. Okay? And you'll know how well you're doing with this because you'll know by how inspired it'll feel like you're floating on air. As it often does for me when I'm doing this kind of work. So make sure you don't let something weigh you down, even when you're trying to be spiritually. I can hear the word. It's not astute, but you're just spiritually, astute at perceiving things. Okay, but here's not where you want to use that kind of energy. Don't waste your energy there. Let me just see if there's any additional messages about this card. And I just want you to know that, remember, resistance, the reason that we feel vulnerable at any time emotionally, or that we feel tired or fatigued or something, is because we have resistance going on. Now, resistance does not mean it's going on when you're not thinking about it, or it's going on even when it's dead to you, like you're no. It means that somehow something caught your eye, activated that for you, that resistance, and you haven't been able to let it go. So that's why you don't need to try to get rid of it. You just need to move on to something that does make you feel awesome. Because once that takes over, you're no longer, it's no longer active. That's just the way it is. You're no longer resisting. Okay? So let's take a look at the card from the bottom of the deck. Oh, we have a lot of Raziel cards today. So, and this is 3 of Raziel, which is a very positive card to get for this time, for this week. And it says, reasons to celebrate, a community of friends, happy announcements regarding relationships or children. So this is the time this week where they want you to, instead of focusing on the divisions that are going to be apparent all across the news. I mean, they're just going to be showing us how we're divided. They're going to be showing us, all the outrageous things that are going to be said by who and etc. But you and I, we don't have to play into that, okay? What they want you to do is make this week about celebrating the relationships that we have, the friends, family. There's a lot of good in the world, and you and I create it every day. And we have the opportunity, we know good people who also have enriched our lives and made it so abundant, so rewarding. And so instead, do something to get together that sort of encourages this kind of alignment, this kind of truth for you. There was a word I was just seeing, but I forgot. They're saying that this can create they're writing gravitational pull. This can create a whole new gravitational pull or resonance, even though other things are going on, that you and your loved ones can reap the rewards of in this week, okay? So nurture yourself this week is one of the things that Jesus was saying. Nurture yourself with a lot of positive, surround yourself with positive friends, people. Don't get caught up in fears. And people, look, when people don't, bullies, but one thing about bullies is they do a lot of talking, okay? People who just mouth off all the time, they're more talk than they are anything else. So, not to say we should ignore, but they're the way that they control is through fear. And once you're no longer afraid, because you are powerful, as the Archangel Raziel has said, you have power. You have power here. You've not been, um, no one has taken your power from you. You have it. So just focus it where, where it affirms your truth, not only for yourself, but for others. We can do this together. We can shine our creator force, the light of our inner being, onto the stage where positive things are happening and beautiful relationships are already have been cultivated over your lifetime. You can focus that creator energy, that powerful loving force into the things that you love, the things that you're being called and summoned to do in order to help and to make the world a better place. So focus there, because that's when your power becomes truly active and unstoppable. Okay? So I send you lots of love and angel blessings. Thank you all for following us on at the YouTube page, for subscribing, for the comments. I enjoy reading all of them. They're so interesting, some of the ways that you all connect to the readings. Also, for joining us on the Daily Card messages on Facebook as well. If you haven't done that, go to the link below where it says Facebook, and you can also get it through Twitter. But I think you can like the page on Facebook, and then you'll get it in your feed, so it'll automatically come up for you. I also post the videos there as well. So make sure you subscribe to this channel so you can get the videos, and click on the notification setting to get it to come up. So when the videos come up, you will get it automatically. And if you're looking for an angel reading, please feel free to check out my webpage on theangelschool.com, which is in the description link below, where you can sign up for an angel reading with me. I've mentioned the divine roadmaps, which is where you can we can do anything with that, but it can also be used for you to enhance your own skills as a reader, but it's a one-on-one, okay, for now. If there's enough interest in a class and you would like for me to start a class here, where you are, where I am in New York City, then just leave comments, and if I get 10 to 20 comments wanting a class, then I will go ahead and put one together for you. So just let me know if that's something you're interested in. So have an amazing week. Take very good care of yourself. And remember that you are loved. So call on the angels, call on Jesus or any ascended masters that you feel are connecting with you to help you through this time, because the help is ready and available. Until next week, God bless you all.